So today I'm going to be making Filipino style braised ribs, also known as Sinantomas. So to get started, let's throw a good glug of oil into a wok over medium-high heat. I'm going to go ahead and peel and cube a sweet potato. Throw that in and brown it on all sides. No need to cook it all the way through, we'll take care of that later. Once it's brown, remove it from the wok and save it for later. Next, I've got a rack of baby back pork ribs. I'm going to slice them apart. Then using my cleaver, I'm going to chop the large ones in half. And this is really a tough job, so if you can get your butcher to do it at the shop, then definitely go that route. Throw those guys into a large bowl, and we're going to marinate them with some fish sauce. This is a Thai fish sauce, but feel free to use whatever you have. We've got 2 tablespoons of that, as well as 100 milliliters of soy sauce, some freshly ground black pepper, and 250 milliliters of pineapple juice. Give that a good toss, cover it up, and throw it in the fridge to marinate for at least an hour. Once they're done marinating, we're going to brown the ribs in that same oil. Be sure to hold on to that marinade though, because we'll be using it later. Working in batches here so that we don't crowd the pan. Throw those ribs in and brown them on all sides. And you're going to want to be careful of those splatters. You may need a splatter screen. Once they're done on one side, flip them over and brown them on the other side. And go ahead and pull each of them off as they're done. Don't worry about doneness at this point, we're really just looking for browning. Now into the same oil, I'm going to throw a diced onion. Go ahead and saute that until it picks up some flavor from the wok. At which point we can throw in some minced garlic. I'm using 5 or 6 cloves here. Next up, I've got 4 tomatoes that I'm going to roughly chop up. Throw those guys in. As well as our ribs. And that marinade that we saved. Bring that up to a boil. And then we're going to add in 500 milliliters of chicken stock. Now we can bring that up to a boil. And when you start seeing foam on the surface, go ahead and skim it off. And now we can cover it up and let it go until all that liquid reduces down to a thick sauce. At this point, we can add back in our potatoes. As well as a cup of peas. These are just canned peas, but you can use fresh ones if you want. And now let's cover that up for 10 minutes until the potatoes are cooked through. At this point, I'm going to go in with about a cup of shredded cheese. Here I'm using a mild cheddar, but feel free to use whatever you've got. Any sort of mild shredded cheese will do. Mix that in until it gets all melty gooey. And we're good to plate it up.
fork tender. There's so much flavor going on here, and it's really giving French stews a run for their money. Beef bourguignon, coq au vin, that balance of heartiness and bright acidity from the wine. This has going on with just soy sauce, pineapple juice, some fish sauce. It's pretty mind-blowing what you've got going on this dish, and it looks pretty too. You could serve this up on a white tablecloth in a fine dining restaurant in Manhattan and nobody would bat an eyelash. This is some quality food right here. So I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for the next great Filipino restaurant. But in the meantime, I'm going to finish these ribs and I hope you try to make them for yourself. See you next time. Cheers.